Theory 1. The moon landing was faked. Imagine for a moment standing beneath a dark, star-filled sky, gazing up at the moon. Its surface is pockmarked with craters, its glow serene and distant, casting a faint light over the Earth. In 1969, the world watched in awe as two men, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, stepped onto the surface of the moon, the first humans to walk on another world. The event was a triumph of human achievement, an embodiment of our boundless curiosity and drive. Or so it seemed. There are those who believe that the moon landing, one of humanity's greatest moments, was in fact a fabrication. They suggest that the United States, caught in the tense grip of the Cold War, staged the entire event in a film studio. To them, the world didn't see history being made. They witnessed a meticulously crafted illusion, broadcast across the globe. They point to a number of anomalies that, to them, feel too strange to ignore. The most famous of these is the American flag. In the iconic footage, the flag appears to flutter, undisturbed by wind. But there's no air on the moon, just a vacuum, silent and still. How then could the flag ripple as it does? And then there are the shadows. The shadows cast by the astronauts and objects on the moon's surface don't quite match the lighting, as if the light sources were carefully positioned, much like you'd expect in a film set. If the sun is the only light source, why do the shadows fall in such odd directions? Still, some argue that these oddities can be explained. For example, the flag is not fluttering in the wind, but rather reacting to the motion of the astronauts as they planted it into the moon's soil. The fabric, lightweight and malleable, simply continues to move for a moment after being disturbed. And as for the shadows, the uneven lunar landscape, combined with the sun's harsh, unfiltered rays, could create this unusual effect. The deeper you dive into this theory, the more you realize that the evidence on both sides is substantial. Some argue that the moon landing was staged to ensure that the United States would triumph in the space race. Others remind us that there are thousands of people, including astronauts, scientists, and engineers, who contributed to the mission, and it would be nearly impossible to keep such a massive secret for over 50 years. Still, the notion of a faked moon landing lingers in the quiet corners of the mind, like a soft whisper on the wind. Could it be true? Or is it simply a product of doubt and skepticism in a world that sometimes feels far too uncertain? As you drift into sleep tonight, consider the moon above you. Whether you believe in the authenticity of the moon landing or not, the mysteries of space will always remain, distant and enigmatic. Let the beauty of the moonlight wash over you, knowing that sometimes the answers are not as important as the questions they inspire. Allow your mind to float freely, unburdened by the need to solve every riddle. The stars are there to guide you through the night, whether they belong to a real landing, a dream, or a distant place beyond our understanding. Theory 2. The Illuminati. Now, let's turn our thoughts to something even more elusive, a shadowy organization that is said to pull the strings of the world from behind the scenes. You may have heard of the Illuminati, a group shrouded in mystery, whispered about in secretive corners of history, and feared by those who believe in its power. Some say that the Illuminati is a group of the world's wealthiest and most influential individuals, orchestrating events, controlling governments, and steering the course of history according to their own designs. It's a theory that has captured the imagination of many for centuries. The origins of the Illuminati date back to the late 18th century, when a small secret society formed in Bavaria, Germany. Known as the Order of the Illuminati, the group sought to promote enlightenment and free thought, challenging the religious and political authorities of the time. They advocated for reason, liberty, and the pursuit of knowledge, but they also harbored a desire for greater control over society. Though the group was officially disbanded by the late 1700s, the idea of the Illuminati never truly faded. Over the centuries, rumors have swirled that the Illuminati simply went underground, continuing to shape world events from the shadows. To those who believe in this theory, every major political or cultural upheaval is seen as part of the Illuminati's plan. From the rise of powerful leaders to the formation of global institutions, they say the Illuminati is pulling the strings, shaping history in ways the public will never fully understand. But how could a secret society of so few wield such control over the world? Some point to symbols in the most unexpected places, on the back of a dollar bill, for instance. The all-seeing eye, they argue, is a symbol of the Illuminati, a reminder that they are always watching, always in control. The theory suggests that their influence extends to entertainment, with some celebrities and public figures alleged to be members, using their platforms to push hidden agendas. The Illuminati, to its believers, is not just a society. It is a way of seeing the world, a lens through which everything appears connected, like a grand cosmic puzzle. Their power, they believe, is as vast as it is secret. The quiet control over the media, the political sphere, and even the economy is said to be part of a greater plan, one that is known only to those who are part of the inner circle. Yet, just as with the moon landing theory, there are many who reject the idea of the Illuminati's existence. They argue that the coincidences, the symbols, and the shadowy events are simply the product of human imagination, a way of explaining the chaos and uncertainty of the world. After all, history has a way of being unpredictable, and sometimes the actions of a few powerful individuals can seem larger than life. Perhaps, though, the theory is not so much about believing in a hidden conspiracy, but about acknowledging the deep and often unseen forces that shape our world. Whether or not the Illuminati truly exists, the idea invites us to think about power and influence and the way our perceptions are shaped by those who hold it. As you settle into a deeper state of relaxation, think about the world around you. Do you ever wonder about the unseen forces that guide our lives, the small choices that ripple out and create the patterns of our world? It's a comforting thought in a way. Perhaps we don't need to know all the answers. The beauty lies in the mystery itself. Theory 3. The Mandela Effect. Now, let's drift into a peculiar concept that plays with our very perception of reality. Have you ever had a memory that felt so vivid, so clear, yet later discovered it was completely wrong? a recollection that others share as well, even though the truth seems different. This is what some call the Mandela Effect, a phenomenon that suggests certain events, facts, and memories have been altered, rewritten in the collective consciousness, perhaps even without us realizing it. The name Mandela Effect came about when a group of people believed, with certainty, that Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, had passed away while imprisoned in the 1980s. But in reality, Mandela was released from prison in 1990 and went on to become the president. His death didn't occur until 2013. Yet, the memories of those who believed otherwise were incredibly strong, so strong, in fact, that they couldn't shake the conviction that they had lived through Mandela's death in the 1980s. This strange shift in memory raises an interesting question. If so many people remember something incorrectly, how much of our reality is truly fixed? Some who believe in the Mandela Effect argue that it's not simply faulty memory, but rather evidence of parallel universes or alternate realities. Perhaps, they say, the timeline has shifted in subtle ways, leaving us with memories of a world that no longer exists. Examples of the Mandela Effect can be found everywhere. People recall the Berenstain Bears being spelled as Berenstein, or the Monopoly Man having a monocle, which he does not. Others remember the location of countries, or even famous movie quotes being different from what they actually are. These shared false memories are sometimes seen as proof that reality itself isn't as stable as we believe. Of course, there are more scientific explanations for the Mandela Effect. Our brains are imperfect, and memory is a fluid thing, influenced by time, suggestion, and external factors. Sometimes entire groups of people simply misremember things in the same way. But isn't it interesting, when you lie back and close your eyes, to think about the possibility that what we remember could be altered, even just a little? In the quiet of the night, let your thoughts drift into this curious space. Imagine a world where the smallest details, the moments we take for granted, shift and change, like ripples on the surface of water. It's a peaceful thought, really. There's no need to grasp for certainty. Sometimes the beauty lies in the mystery, in letting the unanswered questions remain, as soothing as a cool breeze on a warm evening. Theory 4. Area 51 and aliens. Now, let's venture into one of the most captivating mysteries of all, the possibility of extraterrestrial life hidden away in the secretive desert expanse of Nevada. Deep in the heart of the desert lies Area 51, a highly classified U.S. military facility that has long been associated with alien conspiracy theories. It is a place surrounded by secrecy and guarded with intense military presence. Few civilians are allowed anywhere near it, adding to its air of mystery. For decades, whispers have swirled about the true nature of the research conducted there. Some believe that Area 51 is home to alien technology, perhaps even evidence of extraterrestrial life itself. The most famous claim is that the US government recovered a crashed UFO, and instead of announcing it to the world, they've kept it hidden in the deep, dusty corners of this remote base. Could it be true? Could the quiet deserts of Nevada hold the evidence of life beyond our planet? UFO sightings have been reported for years, and the government has declassified documents mentioning unidentified aerial phenomena. Yet, for every report and piece of evidence, there are always skeptics, questioning the authenticity and offering other explanations. Some suggest that the strange lights and objects people have seen in the skies are simply secret military aircraft, experimental planes, or even drones designed to push the boundaries of technology. Others speculate that UFOs are not alien at all, but simply misidentified natural phenomena or optical illusions. Still, the allure of the alien mystery persists. Imagine the quiet, starry night above Area 51. The vast emptiness of the desert stretches out in all directions, broken only by the faint hum of technology, hidden from view. What secrets, if any, does this remote base conceal? The idea of alien life, so distant and strange, brings us to question what lies beyond our understanding. For many, the possibility of extraterrestrial beings raises more questions than answers. Could intelligent life truly exist elsewhere in the universe? Could it be so different from us, or perhaps so similar? What would it mean to make contact with beings from another world? As you relax tonight, imagine the quiet stars above. They are ancient, far off, and full of mystery. Perhaps, just beyond the veil of our own planet, there are civilizations reaching out, waiting to be discovered. But for now, let the idea rest in the gentle quiet of the night. The truth, if it exists, will reveal itself in time. And as you drift to sleep, remember that sometimes the wonder of it all lies in the unknown, in the stars, in the silence, in the vastness of space, and in the peaceful quiet of your own mind.